Hey folks, Mike, the Ashamed Canadian here, and I'm just watching this Zoom with the police and city council in Ottawa, and this one counselor really stuck out. Like they're trying every way right now to find money to hire lawyers and stuff like that, so that they can make sure that they can violate the law, and they want to change the Constitution, everything here, just to end this protest. They'll do anything they can except for actually, face what's actually happening and answer the questions that the people want answered. We're going by a bunch of fucking Karens and Darrens right now. The biggest prick of them all, this guy right here. He said that's the police chief of Ottawa, and he said in day 4 that come out against what Justin Trudeau was saying, that it wasn't basically a fringe group, but there was no riots or mass arrest or anything like that, mass damage, anything. He was basically calling it a peaceful protest. A couple of days later, he comes all out totally different. Nothing really has changed except for the fact that they've been there for this long and they don't like it. So the feelings are getting in the way of the Constitution here, folks. So we got people feeling that all of this protest is violating their constitutional rights. But what about all the people that are there right now fighting for everybody's constitutional rights, fighting for freedom? But they don't see that. They don't understand that because they're fucking sheep. And for this cop to come out and say that businesses are hurting right now, this is the most business that businesses have gotten in the last 2 years, is what's happening here in the last 8 days. So don't be going out there and spilling that propaganda bullshit. Okay? You got people, the truckers and everybody are out there literally shoveling the sidewalks. They're salting the sidewalks. They're cleaning up garbage. There's no garbage laying around like, you guys want to put out there on mainstream media. This is why nobody listens to mainstream media anymore. There's too many people out there right now with cameras that are proving mainstream media wrong. You don't believe me? Go to Travel Fund 69. Go to Ottawa Live. Go to Johnny Strides. Go to Epic Cop Watch. Go to Gorilla Circle. There's so many people out there that you can find. Rebel News. They got a helicopter. They're in with the convoy, everything. They seize the money, the GoFundMe. They make a big deal. They say that they're going to prosecute people that actually funded this. We, the people, funded that. You're gonna prosecute everybody? Don't think it's going to happen. And to tie up the courts like this, and to waste billions, not millions anymore. Now you're wasting billions of taxpayers' money because you guys don't know the law. And all you had to do is take the fucking Constitution before you became a cop. But no, not one of you dumb fucks out there want to actually grow a backbone and do anything about this. And then you wonder why you got targets on your backs. I'm not saying that people are out to shoot you or kill you or anything like that. But people do not want to help you anymore because you treat the people like shit. You think that you are better than everybody else. You get paid from taxpayers' money. You are there to protect and serve. Is that not what it says on your cars? Is that not the oath that you take? Or are you just a bunch of fucking cowards and take the oath to the almighty fucking dollar and the almighty police union? Because that's all you're doing. You're not there to serve the people. You're not there to help the people. If you were there to help the people, you wouldn't engage with what they were doing right now, and you would be standing side by side with them. But I bet you if that was against a fallen officer or something like that, you guys would be there. You would do everything you could. You'd block off streets, everything. Seen you do it. So don't you dare go and say that this is an illegal protest, because in the Constitution and the Charter of Rights and Freedoms, we have the right to assemble and we have the right to redress our government. What part of that don't you understand? It's as simple, written in plain fucking English. You can get it in French if you want. I believe it's available in over 170 different languages. Pick a language. Read it. It doesn't matter. The Constitution is there for a reason. It's to protect us from fucking dickheads like this and like this, and these Karens like this and like this. Watch what this one's really got to say here, folks. Let's see if we can cue this up just a little bit more here. Okay. Okay, listen to this.
Thank you to the command. Can I just express my frustration with everything on behalf of our community? I think there was a lot of hope yesterday, Chief, when you outlined the surge and contain strategy and the sense of urgency to get this thing under control. Despite that, I think people are expressing frustration because they're not seeing any results. To hear that we need legal advice on what can be done to clamp down on some of the behaviors it's baffling. There is criminal behavior happening down there, and I think if we could see the officers in the neighborhoods, have we gone in and arrested the people who are causing trouble at night? I think if we could see some concrete things happening, maybe people wouldn't be so frustrated. We see Quebec City taking action. We see Toronto taking action. I mean, obviously, with hindsight, looking what's going on here. But at the same time, you need officers. We're getting more officers, but we need to be told if there's a concrete plan in place that we can start arresting people. How do we know that things are going to blow up if we haven't done anything except monitor and keep the peace? This can't continue, and this is day 8. Can I just say that knowing that we haven't been in touch with the NCC to decide about policing Confederation Park is mind-boggling to me. Have we not put all the levels of government and the decision makers in a room to determine, because this is an unprecedented situation, that we have to take unprecedented decisions and move? Because we're giving it the signal to all these people who are coming into town that it's a free-for-all. You know, they can take tires off trucks. They can put up buildings. They can bring in fuel. They can take over our stadium. We've given them the signal that it's a come and party in our town. And I'm expressing frustration, not just as a board member and a city councillor, but as a resident of the city, to see our colleagues and our fellow residents downtown being so hard put upon. I believe it when I hear my the city councillors downtown say there's no police presence in the neighborhoods and people have been left on their own. We want to know what the plan is. We want to know concretely what is going to happen. Are we going to start making arrests? Or do we just wait for more intelligence? I'm assuming other cities are getting intelligence, but they're still taking concrete action. So please, I apologize if I'm off base here as a board member, but we're not getting answers. We're not getting the answers that we require here. Please, I'm begging you, give us some answers.
Let's get this right. It's not the answers that they require. It's the answers they want. Because their feelings are getting in the way of all the people that are up on the hill. So, for her to sit there and say it's the answers they need, it's absolutely untrue. They want to hear the answers they want to hear, and that's it. And that's a problem. And that's why our court systems are so plugged up, because the fucking Karens like her. This bitch here, Carol Ann Meehan, and even this Bev Johnson, two of the biggest Karens so far that I've seen in Ottawa. Of course, you know, you got this Trish Ferguson. She's just a mouthpiece for the fucking Ottawa I'm terrorist group. And then you got the chief here. What can I say about this flip-flop fuck? And then you get down here, you got, this is Deputy Chief Steve Bell. And he's just, well, blue line thug all the way. Trying to find funds to find ways of changing the law so that they can arrest protesters that are freely assembled. Does this not sound like Nazism to you folks? I'm sorry, but, you know, they stood right up in the government and said that until they get everybody vaccinated, we won't be a free society. That we have to conform to their rules. Or you pay the penalty. Like in Quebec, not allowed to shop at certain places now because you're unvaxxed. Just saying, folks. Don't believe me? Look it up. It's happening. So this is what this is all about. But they don't want to look at that. They just want to see that they want to make a lawful assembly illegal any way they can, but they don't want to answer the questions of why they're there to begin with. They want to skirt around that whole question. They don't want to meet with them. They don't want to negotiate. The police have no reason to be negotiating with these truckers whatsoever. They do not have a stake in it whatsoever. This is between the truckers and the government. So the government should grow a pair of balls and come out and address the truckers. And until that happens, this is going to continue to grow. And if you stop them from coming in downtown, they will block off the roads coming into your town. How would you like a roadblock on the busiest highway in North America for a week? Yes, I'm talking about the 401 going right through Toronto. That would suck if there was trucks parked all along there now for a week, wouldn't it? You want the protests to go out there? Because that's where you're pushing them. By not allowing them to go to Queen's Park today, the Toronto police. They congested the whole downtown core because they wouldn't let the protesters go through. So what did the protesters do? They went to the streets and met with the truckers out on the streets. I believe that there's still live feeds going up right now. Check Travel Fund 69, he was going to be there. And also he may be on his way to Ottawa, so who knows. But also check with Johnny Strides, he's from Toronto. and he should be covering this also. Folks, this is getting ridiculous. In order for this to end, the government has to meet with the truckers. The government has to meet with the people, because it's not just the truckers. The truckers might have started this, but it's we, the people, and they got to answer to us. We pay them to be in there. Let's not forget about that, folks. Remember, when you work at McDonald's, if you're working there full time, you're losing 28% of your fucking paycheck to taxes to pay for these people. This is what our city and our governments do to us. We got stone cold fucks like this. We got dumb bubble-headed bleach blondes like this one over here. And then you got these old fucking well-to-do people like her up here that don't give a fuck about the common people. And then this one here, she's just out for herself. She's just a whining little Karen. And then, of course, you know, the deputy chief himself, just a piece of work. And then people, you guys wonder why we call you terrorist. Look at what you're doing. Look up the definition terrorist in the dictionary. Google it and see what it says. Read the definition of it. You and all your gangs that wear these uniforms and that work for these guys over their feelings, you're terrorist. It says it right there. The definition's right there. This is not about feelings. We wouldn't have a charter of rights to protect us against that. You can't charge somebody because you don't feel like they like you. As far as I'm concerned, Justin Trudeau can lick my fucking shitty ass after I have the runs with his tongue, because he's nothing but a piece of fucking shit. Yes, make Canada great. Make Trudeau an inmate.